that's an Your name and who you are?
My name is Professor Nuhu Yakub, former Vice Chancellor of University of Abuja and former Vice Chancellor of Sokoto State University.
So of course, you are an awarded today. How do you feel?
Well, it's quite dignifying that I was considered for an award. I never expected it. So it is an honor, and I've accepted it, with humility.
Yeah, we talked with, but of course, today is World
Drop
Drug
there.
Day, and the theme is the evidence is clear. We should invest in prevention. Will you say, as a country, that we've been doing more?
Well, that's what is contained in my paper because I really took time to dig deep into what is happening to drug abuse and substance abuse in this country. And I discovered that it is a humongous problem and that it needs to be addressed. Because even from the World Health Organization perspective, much is not being done. And I also took the whole debate to another level by asking that, even manufacturers of drugs have to have a rethink. How do we take care of preventing people, I mean, preventing, vulnerable, people all over the globe from actually accessing drugs that could be dangerous to their health. And I made several suggestions. One is to make sure that, WHO is actually doing or carrying out its responsibility, very critically and making sure that those who are likely, especially in the third world where there's poverty, to be those who are likely to be victims of drug abuse are protected. And they should, the scientists are also urge them to make sure that there is an attempt to take the level of research in medical field to a higher level, so that some of the problems that we encounter now will be obviated.
Prof, that's recommendations. But where are we where we are?
Where we are where we are, because almost every value system in this country has collapsed. In fact, that's one of the things that I was also discussing at this seminar where I was coming from. We are talking of, they are also talking about how can we, handle the issue of state police. And I said, we don't even have democracy in the first instance. And because we don't have, so the so-called leaders, I call them rulers as a matter of fact, the rulers are the ones that have created, poverty of ideas, poverty of values, poverty of taking care and considering other people's needs. And therefore suggested, I'm also, based on my suggestion in this paper, that, everybody should put on their thinking cap, everybody should be more devoted, and also look at the place of man as the centerpiece of anything, any process. Man has to be protected, from the dangers of, substance and access to substance drugs.
Well, Prof, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Distinguished Professor Ifeoma Mabel Onyemelukwe, formerly of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor of French and African Literature and French Expression.
Yeah, we understand you are an awarded today. How
Yes.
do you feel?
Oh, I feel good. Role Model Award. It's something good. I've been mentoring a lot of students. For God to recognize it and give me this award, I give him all the glory. I thank the people who gave me the award. I appreciate it. I'm happy.
Looking at who will you be dedicating this award to?
Oh, I would dedicate it to young people. I love young people and I've been doing a lot of counseling of young people. So I dedicate the award to all young people who who are all young people
So,
who are protected from um, let me dedicate it to all young people who are struggling with substance use.
Tell us more about substance in terms of how, in your opinion, where are we in terms of interventions in this?
I have said it all today now. We are making uh, a good move. I've shown that at least there's 20 to 60% of improvement when you do preventive measures. Yeah. But we still have a lot of work to do because the problem is like a cankerworm. It's so global, and some forces are against our coping mechanisms. No matter how hard you try, so many factors are working against eradicating the world of all substance use disorder.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
My name is Mr. Abraham Ofelshi, President, Young Entrepreneurs and Innovators Foundation.
Okay, at the moment, we are at the states where the country is going down due to drug abuse, most especially the effects of it on the youth. And this is a time where Young Entrepreneurs Foundation is celebrating drug abuse day, or drug day. So, what would you say is the motive behind celebrating such a day?
I think all was well said during the program, but just to reiterate some of these points, drug abusers are our friends, relatives, people we know, people we don't know, and when they abuse drugs and go under the influence of these drugs to commit heinous crimes or vices, these have a ripple effect. It affects us in different ways. I don't think there's any of us who is always happy when we hear that terrorists slaughtered people, kidnappers shot a driver and took away all the passengers. This thing has a way of bringing down our emotions, and so we are not happy about this. As a result of that, we need to find a way out. And some of the way out might not be physically carrying arms like the uniform people, but it could be sensitization, enlightenment, education, and we feel as a body, a non-governmental NGO, we should be part of this movement, using the platform to sensitize individuals, especially the youth, who are the major targets of drug producers that want to make major gains and then ties them to buy these drugs and use them, and eventually they get entangled in this substance use and begins to misbehave.
Okay, before I let you go, so I want you to give your word out to drug abusers, most especially the youths, and use this as an opportunity for celebrating Drug Day.
To the youths, I really want them to value their lives, to value their family, to value their country. And when you place value on this cycle of people, you manages your life. You see it as sacred, that shouldn't be contaminated with substance abuse. And celebrating today or marking today, the youth should use it as a yardstick to always remember that substance use will destroy their life, will destroy the future of their family member, especially when they are not happy seeing them. So make everybody unhappy. So to prevent all of this, they should be very, very careful of what they take in, especially when it's not under a medical monitoring.
Thank you very much. Your name once again.
Felshi Abraham.
Thank you.
My name is Jurube Simon Bisji. I am a clinical psychologist officer for the Nigerian Police Force Headquarters, Police Counseling and Support Unit.
You understand you are an awardee today. How do you feel?
I am actually a representative of an awardee, the Associate Professor Kingsley Okonoda. I know he was so excited and overwhelmed to be given this award, and it's really an encouragement for him to keep up the good work that he has already been doing.
So now, of course, what do you today is World Drug Day. What do you have to say to our young people?
The team of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime says it says the team of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime says the evidence are clear. Invest in prevention, meaning that there is increasing number or prevalence of substance use and substance use disorders, and also the cure is really costly or the treatment is really costly. So it's very important to invest in prevention, which is far better than cure, as we all know. So that's what I will have to say to especially young people that are coming up, that it is easy to start, but very, very difficult to stop. Thank you.
Thank you so much.